Hello friends, welcome to the Raftar series of RBWM. As by now you know, Raftar series covers all the subjects of JAIIB, PPB, Indian Economy, Accounts and RBWM. I am covering RBWM. We are covering various MCQs over here plus some numericals. Numericals are there mainly in your accounts and RBWM. Here you have numericals. Okay. So, follow the video till the end. Share it with your friends. Share it on all the social media platforms. Like this video. And watch it till the end. Very important. Because the questions over here, you'll see many questions repeated in the exam. In fact, these are the recollected questions. Okay. So, let's start. First one, processing of products and services in retail banking is approached from the following dimensions. And processing is means what are the following dimensions? So what are the angles? Dimensions means angles. What are the angles considered while processing the products and services in retail banking? Number one, processing is done through in-house resources. Processing is done through in-house resources. B. Processing is partly done in-house and some products are on outsourcing basis. So partly in-house, partly outsourced. C. In some products, the entire process is outsourced. So A, B and C. What are the considerations over here? What do the banks follow? We have seen this question, similar one earlier also. So it is all of them, A to C all. It depends on bank to bank. Generally, sure, as per your books I am telling you, as per your books, nationalized banks follow nationalized. They follow A, in-house. In-house. They follow A. Indian private banks follow private banks. Private banks. They follow B. Partly in-house, partly outsourced. And foreign banks follow. They follow C. Entire process is outsourced. Generally, as per your books. Now, practically things are different. Practically, even foreign banks follow this B model. Even nationalized banks follow this B or C model also. It depends on bank to bank. Practically, every bank has a freedom. But if in exam the question comes, you have to write this answer. Nationalized A, private B, foreign C. If in exam, if they ask you, okay? Kindly remember, because nowadays foreign banks have also grown, or even nationalized banks. Nationalized banks are not laggards. They have grown a lot. They are giving tough competition to these foreign and private banks. The advantage is nationalized banks have huge customer base, isn't it? So we all are the kings in this market. Okay? In banking scenario, products like savings bank, current account, term deposit, drafts come under the which category? Category of generic, it's not genetic, generic, expected, augmented and potential products. So, savings, current, term, draft. Firstly, what are these products? Generic, expected, augmented, potential. These are the types of products or levels of products. The best word is levels. Before that, there is one product that's called as core product. Core. It's like this: core, then generic. I'll just write the first alphabet now. Generic, then expected, then augmented, and then potential. This is the sequence. Okay, core, then generic, then expected, then augmented, then potential. Now, let's answer the question first. Then I'll give you the explanation of this. So, savings, term, FD, term, drafts, these are what? These are generic. So, this is the answer, generic products. Generic means what? It is common everywhere. Generic medicines, isn't it? Same. They don't have a brand name. That's the whole fight going on right now, right? The generic and this branded. So generic products means before that there is a core product. Core product means what? It is the origin of the product. Origin. Savings account, core product. Now when you add the features, okay, it becomes generic means it is common to all. First is core, then it becomes generic. Then expected. People expect something from this. They want something additional. UPI they wanted faster transfers. Expected. Augmented means bank gives it. Bank gives additional services. Some health insurance free, some 1 lakh debit means cash withdrawal limit, platinum cards and all these. Okay. So these are augmented, and potential means future, AI, blockchain. So savings, current, FD, this is generic product. Got it? And draft. Draft is now gone, isn't it? Is there any draft? How many of you have issued draft in last 6 months? For product development in public sector banks, the following approach is adopted. Just now I gave you, as per your book, isn't it? I told you, as per your book, what is the answer? For product development in public sector banks, following approach is adopted. Processing is done in all cases using in-house resources. Processing is done in some cases by using in-house resources, in some cases outsourcing. In-house and outsourcing. Processing is done in all cases using outsourcing. Outsourcing is not used at all. This should be cancelled. None of the, because D and A are same, isn't it? Using in-house and outsourcing is not used at all. It means one and the same. So let's cancel this. Let's keep none of the above or all of the above. None. Okay, none of the above. So, obviously D is not the answer. So A, B or C, just now I gave you. As per your book, in-house, okay, in-house. As per your book, it is in-house. Got it? Among the given, which of the following risk management tools have been adopted to reduce the risk associated with sovereign debt? Difficult one, huh? This is JAIIB level, it's really difficult. Sovereign debt. Sovereign debt means, what is sovereign? Sovereign means government. Sovereign rating is always given to the governments. So, adopted to reduce the risk associated with sovereign debt. I'll just read this because this will hardly come in the exam. This won't be there at JAIIB level. This is a CIB level question. Adoption of portfolio management practices and creating prudent debt structure by containing rollover through switches. My God. This is BFM CIB. Lowering interest rate risk by keeping floating rate debt low. Managing foreign currency risk by issuing debt in domestic currency. Developing stable domestic investor, all of the above. Forget it. It's not for you. Answer is all of the above, but it's not for you. Okay? In which of the following category of banks product development process is fully outsourced? Fully. Public sector, new private, old private, foreign banks. Fully outsourced. Foreign banks, fully outsourced. Okay? In foreign banks, it is fully outsourced. They generally don't do anything internal. They just have the concept clear, write down the concept, clarity, till the end. In toto we call it, till the last mile. Okay, but they don't do the designing over in-house. Okay. Bank adopt different process models for retail asset products, which include centralized retail asset processing, centralized processing in some cases, regional processing centers, and standalone processing at branches. So retail assets, whenever bank does anything for retail assets, means processing of loans, it can be done at two levels. One is at the branch level or at the CPU level. Now the CPU can be different. Central processing unit, it can be different depending on the size of the bank. So these are the options. Centralized retail asset processing centers, centralized processing in some cases, regional processing, and standalone processing at branches. Standalone. So standalone is one model, D is one, and all these A, B and C are roughly the same. Roughly the same. Why? Because it depends on bank to bank. Here, if some bank is very big, SBI, okay, then will it have this single processing unit? No, it can't have. It will have various regions, right? Regional. It will have various regions, right? Anything it can have, east, west, north, south, or something central, down, anything. They can give any names. But they will have certain separate centers, because you can't handle the whole volume. You can't handle it at a single center. If it's a smaller bank, in that case it can have single center. All these two not required. This is not required, this is not required, only one. Because it depends on the volume. So regional you call it, central processing, central asset processing, it's roughly one and the same. Means logic is what? Branch is not processing it. That's the basic logic. Branch is not processing it. Okay? That is the point. Got it? So the answer is what but? Banks adopt all the models, A to D all. Because it depends on bank, whether it's a smaller bank. Nowadays, everyone is shifting to this CPU model. Let it be regional, let it be central, anything, but they are shifting. Standalone processing is done in very few banks, very few. Okay? It is done in very few banks. Got it? Next. In retail asset product model, where the retail loans are sourced by the branches and by the marketing teams and processed at a single point, such model is known as. It's an upgradation from the earlier question. It's a step ahead of the earlier question, right? What was that earlier question? It was of standalone versus CPU. Now this is what? Processed at a single point means processed at a CPU. So it is known as what model? Standalone, regional, centralized processing, any of these. What will this model called as? Single. Single means CPU. If it would have been regional, various, 3-4 points, then it is regional. Okay? So here it's called as single. Single means CPU. Okay? So next one. Got it now? So single point is this centralized. Okay, whenever you have it at a single point, it's a centralized processing. In the retail assets model, where retail loans are sourced by branches and marketing teams, processed at a single point. That was the question, right? Yeah. So it is centralized processing. Normally, bank representatives will contact the borrowers between, what is the time? 7 hours to 19 hours, 10 hours to 19 hours, 10 hours to 15 hours, means 17 hours. Means this is 5 p.m. 5 p.m. This is 7 p.m. This is 7 p.m. As per the recovery policy of the bank. Can I call somebody at 11 a.m.? 11 p.m. Sorry, not 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Can I call somebody at 11 p.m.? No. See, the answer is this. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, up to that time only you can call anyone. Not before that, not beyond that. Okay. Some banks follow this concept of this 7, they call it 9 also. Some banks follow the concept of 9 a.m. and in the evening they go up to 8:30. Yeah. But what is the rule? Rule says that 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay. Where the banks follow retail asset product processing at branches without taking assistance from the regional centers. Without taking assistance from the regional centers. It is called as, now this is simple, standalone, regional, central and any of these. Where the banks don't take the help. Everything is done by the branch. Asset means contacting the customer. What are the various steps in assets? One is contact the customers. Contact the customers. Second, speak to them, means convert them, contacting and converting, very important part, converting. Third, collect the documents. Fourth, analyze the documents. Analyze means analysis, whether to give the loan or not, how much to give the loan. Okay. Next, fifth, sanction. Then sixth, legal documents. After sanctioning, you have to get the legal documents signed from that customer. Means demand promissory note, agreement, continuing security, all these documents, legal. After this, seventh, disbursement. Then you'll have to disburse the loan. Disbursement through either NEFT, RTGS, okay, or open a separate account and then disburse. And last one is monitoring. Eighth, monitor the loan. So all these steps are done at the branch level. Mainly these 7, up to these 7, these are called as origination. Loan origination means this, okay, origination, okay. So all these steps are done at the branch level without taking any help of CPU, central office. So that is called as standalone. Okay, standalone. Here nobody's help is taken, everything branch does. Nowadays these are hardly there in some smaller banks. Otherwise banks don't follow this model. Very cumbersome. Because in standalone processing there is a big problem. The problem is you have to handle the retail customers also. You have to handle other jobs also. Retail processing is one of the part. Okay. Among the below given, which of the following is an incorrect statement in context of DSA? Incorrect. You want incorrect now. In context of DSA. The concept of DSA or direct selling agents was pioneered by private banks. Was it so? DSA was brought in by private banks? Yes. Foreign and private banks, they have brought in. So this is, yes, true. DSAs are, you want an incorrect one. Huh? DSAs are agencies appointed by the banks to source business for them on fee basis. So DSAs are appointed by the banks. These are the private agencies. These private agencies act as an agent, simple agent. They collect the documents from the customers and give it to the bank on the fee basis. So these are on fee basis. So that is also true. Banks which do not have branch penetration and geography to service large section of customers seek the help of DSAs for sourcing business on behalf of the bank and also complete the preliminary formalities of acquiring the customers. Wherever banks don't have a network, nationalized banks follow this BC model, business correspondent. Private banks follow the same model called as DSA. DSAs are used mainly in loans, personal loan, credit cards. Nowadays they are used in others also, liabilities also. So the point over here is banks which do not have a branch penetration. If you don't have the branch in some local areas or rural areas, then you'll use the help of DSA, isn't it, for sourcing. But preliminary formalities, kindly note, preliminary, what do you mean by preliminary? Only collecting the documents. Collecting the documents. They are not allowed to verify the documents. Verification is done by the branch staff, kindly note. They are not allowed to verify the documents. Here, DSAs, BCs, they are never allowed to verify, do something which is the decision making. Decision making job is not allowed for the DSAs and BCs. Okay. So preliminary means collecting, everything is okay. Okay, speaking to the client. Also, while speaking to the client, we should always check whether they are giving some false commitments. That is also true, because these guys might give some false commitments also. Ultimately, what will happen? Your bank's name will be spoiled. You'll have a reputation risk. Right? So that is also to be checked. So this is also true. What is false then? D, none of the above. Everything is true, which is incorrect. None of them is incorrect. Okay? The level of centralized processing of retail assets is highest in respect of which of the following banks? Highest. New private, old private, public sector, foreign. Highest. CPU model, centralized processing unit, is highest in which? As per your book, again, as per your book, foreign bank. Practically, all of them. As per your book, you have to write as per your book. So as per your book, it is foreign bank. Got it? Practically every bank does the same now. Nobody does any standalone processing. Okay? Every bank does this CPU model. On the basis of characteristics and the types of banking, which of the following is correctly matched? Characteristics and type of banking. Correctly matched. Kindly note, correctly. Read. Each one read. Yes? Individuals, corporate banking. Mass market, corporate banking. Business to customer approach, retail banking. And wholesale clients, retail banking. Which one of them is correctly matched? Correctly matched. So the answer is correctly matched. Retail. This one. Business to customer, B2C. We call it, what is retail banking? Retail banking is B2C. Okay, this is B2C. That is retail banking. Individual segments, that is retail banking. Retail. Mass market, again retail. It's not corporate banking. Wholesale clients, this is not retail, this is corporate. Corporate. Okay. So that is the difference. So the correct answer is B2C, retail banking. Got it? In case of liability deposits, when the opening of accounts, issuing of passbooks, issue of FDRs, etc. is done at a single point, it is known as standalone, regional hub, centralized processing, any of these. Similar as that of the earlier one. Single point. Okay, it is centralized. If this question would have been, is done at regional points, regional, or yeah, that is the best word, regional points, then it is regional processing. East, west, north, south, various. Okay. So here it is given single point. Single point means centralized. Okay. Among the below given statements, which of the following is an incorrect statement in context of equity markets? This is from your module D. Module D, tax planning, wealth, this subject, this topic. So, incorrect with regards to equity market. Equity markets are vulnerable to political, economic, national and global factors. Investors are quite cautious in entering the equity market as it is associated with higher risk. You want the incorrect one, huh? One can either be an investor or a trader in the equity market, and all of the above. You want incorrect. In fact, it should be none of the above. None. You want the incorrect one. Equity markets are vulnerable. That is right. One change in government, equity markets fall. US government change, equity markets fall. Indian government, some changes happens, markets fall. Investors are cautious, correct? Everyone is afraid because high risk, high returns. Isn't it? High risk, high returns. So investors are cautious. One can either be an investor or a trader, correct? Investor or trader. What is an investor? Long term. The one who invests for a long term. Trader means short, day, generally day positions. Okay, day or some smaller, 2-3 days. Generally day positions. So what is the answer? Incorrect one. None of the above. All are correct. None of the above is incorrect. All are correct. Okay. In certain banks, the liability products are processed on geography-wise basis. This is called as what? Geography-wise. This is the real question. Geography-wise. Standalone, regional, centralized, and any of these. Now, all of you should get this answer. It's just the same answer which I gave. Only just one word is changed. I gave you regional centers. Now they are giving you, instead of regional, they are giving geography centers. So the answer is regional processing hub. Got it? The answer is regional processing hub. Got it? Everyone clear? Now before going, let me show you the new batches. Okay? Selection batch. Just now it has started. Okay? Just now selection batch has started. So go to Adda 24/7 and new crash courses are starting from 1st April. Don't miss that also. New crash course batches are starting. Go to Adda 24/7. Always go through the app. In the app you will be getting 1% extra. Look at this selection batch. You can join the selection batch also. Detailed batch. Ebooks, mock tests, online live classes, best in class material, latest pattern, self-paced learning, device compatibility. You can be on any device, Apple, Android or anyone. Compatible. Click on buy now. Put the code Y432. See this, 80% discount. plus 1% extra using the app, 81%. So don't miss that 1% also app. Okay. So 81% discount you are getting. Plus you are getting ebooks, test series. Test series and ebooks are to the level of chapter wise, per chapter. Okay. Test series, ebooks, everything you are getting. 81% discount. Even you can join the Mahapack. In Mahapack, there is an increment Mahapack also. That also I'll show you. See this, increment Mahapack. One of the best tools. Ebooks, mocks, online classes. In increment Mahapack, you get physical books also, as well as you get, along with the physical books, you get ebooks also. So both of them you are getting. Physical books, ebooks, planners, then formula bank, plus these live classes and everything. These are all, obviously there are 15 plus batches per subject. So join this ASAP, physical books and ebooks both. And double validity offer you are getting right now. You buy for 6 months, you get it for 12 months. You buy for 12, you get it for 24 months. But never forget the code Y432. Y432. 80% off plus double validity plus 8 plus 15 plus batches. So don't forget this. Okay, join ASAP the batches. Bye.